Sag, we love this energy. Oh my God, the smiles, the joys, the happiness, the optimism, the drive, the passion, the let's go for it, right? Let's get deep as well, right? Let's understand everything. Let's travel the world. Let's get to know everybody. Let's heal the world. Yes, that is you, Sag. That is you. And I love you for that. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Mamie. I am a relationship coach, life coach, and a spiritual coach. This is my astrology channel. I do have another channel where I do my coaching, where I talk about empathy, self-empathy, self-love, self-awareness is your strength. Have a look here on YouTube and or on Instagram. Before we get started on this beautiful optimistic, amazing, beautiful energy, if you haven't yet subscribed, please be inspired today. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and leave me your comments down below what you think about this video. We are talking today about Sagittarius. Yes, I don't really talk about the placements or the birth chart in detail, but I do talk about the energy. This video will apply to you if you are Sun, rising, Mercury even. A lot of people don't mention Mercury because it's your communication, but I think that has to do a lot with who you are anyway, because whatever comes out of you from your love language, which is your Venus, or your Mars, which is how you do things and how you assert yourself in life, and your Sun, which is what you feel that you are and why you're here, and your rising, which is how you present yourself, right? And of course, you've got your MCs, your IC, and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm just going to talk about the energy. So if you have this energy in your IC, in your MC, in your all these other signs that are these placements that I've just mentioned, this will apply to you because this is about the energy, okay? So yeah, Sag, I love Sag. Sag is beautiful. I have this energy twice in my chart, and it's in my Mercury, and it's also my loving style. Sag makes me want to just go places, and not literally. I don't have to leave my house to go places. That's the beauty about Sag. You can always entertain yourself. You know, you can always find goodness and happiness and passion in anything. You literally open a book, okay? And woo, exciting! I've been places, right? And you watch something and you think so deep about it. You philosophize about it. Sorry, I can't say that word. You become the philosopher, right? About it. And you watch these shows, you watch these movies, there's always meaning behind it. There's always something. You see the bigger picture. You understand so much. It's very similar to Aquarius, isn't it? And sometimes I feel like I get lost between my rising sign, which is Aquarius, and my Sag. But how I know the difference is that Sag really makes me want to also get in here a little bit. You know, not as much, but not like super emotional. But it makes me want to understand other people so much. Not to say that Aquarius doesn't. Aquarius does want to understand people, but it also wants to teach. Okay, wait, no. Sag also wants to teach. I think these two signs are very similar. They should probably marry each other. What do you think? So yeah, Sag is so beautiful that it just wants to heal the world. It wants to understand different cultures. It wants to say to you, I want to understand you. Tell me more about you. Tell me who you are so I can know, so I can go and preach about you. Look, I'm going to say all these good things. I know it sounds like good things, but at the end of the day, every good thing has a bad thing. So just think of the opposite of it, and that would be the energy when it's in its detriment, okay? So it's so optimistic. It wants to just go and learn about everything. And to me, I think that is such a beautiful thing, and you should never, ever lose this. What I teach is about balance, yes? Self-awareness and balance. Darkness, light, and finding the middle and finding that sweet spot, right? Because you can't be here forever, and you can't be down in the darkness forever, right? You can't be here for too long, and you won't be here for too long either in the darkness. Light, darkness. It's about finding that sweet spot. So Sag being so optimistic and so exciting and wanting to learn about everything can be detrimental sometimes. Sag does not connect enough with its own energy. You don't connect enough with your energy, then it just makes you go here or wherever you are and not really see how you are affecting your world around you. See, Sag doesn't get bothered a lot by a lot of things, yeah? So it may not even care. And I guess maybe it's a good thing, because you might then say Sag doesn't have an ego. But we live in a world where there's so many people out there around us that there's egos everywhere. Most people don't have a Sag stellium, right? You will have other parts in your chart, other signs in your chart that will say, hang on a minute, you can't be saying that, you can't be doing that, because you're going to rub this person the wrong way. If you have Scorpio there, if you've got Cancer there, if you've got some other earth signs as well, if you've got that, it will stop you in your tracks, right? But Sag needs to find that balance, right? It needs to find that balance and communicate its knowledge and its optimism, its excitement. Because what happens when you're excited? You just say things, don't you? You're like a child. You say things without even thinking, right? So I have this in my Mercury, and I think what helps me obviously is my Capricorn. What helps me to not just say random things to people and run the risk of hurting their ego is my Capricorn and my Scorpio Mars. To be honest, my rising sign doesn't do me any justice either, because that's Aquarius, and Aquarius always feels like they see everything and they know everything. So imagine if I was Sag Sun and Sag communication style and Sag in Venus, I would just be rubbing people the wrong way and I probably wouldn't even know about it, because nothing really affects me. I say that nothing affects you, Sag, but you do get affected. And sometimes when you're this high and happy and up in the clouds, you need to come down, because that's what life does. Life wants us to come down to learn some things, and then come back up and learn those things. It's too much, it's too happy, it's too busy, it's too excited. You need to come down. Something will pull you down. And that's the way of the world, that's the way of nature. You watch it even, with the Mother Earth. When it rains, the sun has to come up. When it's been hot, if you've got the hottest 2 days, literally maybe that afternoon, there's a big storm brewing, right? Because that's the way of the world. It has to happen like that. You can't just be up here. You can't just be in the darkness either, right? So something will bring you down. So when you get brought down, Sag, calm down, stay here and evaluate. And if you've got some other signs in your chart, like water signs or earth sign, really contemplate. I've got my moon, my emotional side is in Cancer. And Cancer is a very contemplative sign. So it's about the emotions. It's about feeling and understanding why you feel a certain way and what you can do to feel better, right? And that's the balance that Cancer is here for. Anyway, that's another video which I think I have already uploaded. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and see that. So if the world is bringing that busy energy down for you, Sag, come down here and contemplate. Okay, reach to those other signs in your chart and reach to that, to finding that balance. Reach to your own personality, because what is astrology ultimately? Astrology is about, it's not set on stone. It's about finding balance. It's about coming to the middle, coming to understanding and to love, basically, right? So reach to those other sides of you, that those other personalities that you have, because those are the characteristics that you have and traits that come from other signs. Reach to them and allow them to help you find that balance, because you're not going to find it just as a sun sign or as a sun sign Sag or as a Sag in Venus, right? Or wherever your Sag is. You're not going to find it that way. You're going to find it by really contemplating who you are at a deep level, and that means you have to look at all other areas of your life. If you are really not in astrology and this is your first time, you can look at your own personality, look at your own character and see, how do I behave in certain situations? Who am I in these situations? And how do I feel when I do this? How does my world around me respond to me when I do this? And that's something I really feel that Sag needs to look into. I teach about self-awareness, I teach about law of attraction, I teach about consciousness and awareness. And I always say that nothing else matters but this. And I think Sag sort of depicts this or represents this in a very big way, because it's about being happy and being optimistic and just going for it, which is, I think, what we as humans, we want to live up to. We want to go to that happiness, but that happiness is really not true for us. What we need is the balance, right? So Sag needs to come down and come to the middle and reach for those other parts of you to find this beautiful balance. Yeah, what else can I mention about this energy? If you're in a relationship with a Sag, it can sometimes feel a bit cold, okay? And I know this firsthand because I've got my Sag in Venus, and my loving style isn't always the warmest. What helps me is reaching to my moon, which is my Cancer. And Cancer is one of the warmest signs out there. And it nurtures, it loves, it cares, it cooks for you. It loves you by cooking for you. And I find that when I'm cold, what do? I cook. Or I sit down and contemplate to myself, how can I love my partner better? How can I love my child better? What can I do right now to make the situation better for me? Because I see I'm up here and I can see that this person is not happy. And how do I see? I've looked to my other personality, which is my Scorpio, for example, or even my Cancer. My intuition kicks in, okay? Even if you don't have these signs, you are a human being and you work with people, you feel how people are around you, okay? We all have these traits, to be fair and honest. Even if you don't have planets in these signs, it doesn't matter. You have the chart. When we're all born, the sky has all these planets, right? Up there in the sky. It has all these signs. So it doesn't mean that you don't have them. You can still reach to them, even if in that house or in that sign there is no planet. It doesn't matter. Reach to it and see where it is and feel into it. Only if you are into astrology. If you're not, don't worry about that. Just reach into your own personality. Do some soul searching. Do some self-awareness exercises. Ask yourself the difficult questions to get down to this middle. Okay? So yeah, Sag is so happy. I love Sag, and I love all signs. But yeah, Sag is a dear one to me, and I've over the years growing up, I had to learn to find that balance. And that doesn't mean that I had to stop being who I am. I had to stop being happy. Yeah, of course, sometimes you have to stop being happy in order to learn, so that you can come back up and get to another level, right? We keep climbing these steps of evolution, don't we? Hopefully, when our soul has learned what it needed to learn in this lifetime, we will attain that higher self-awareness, right? But at the end of the day, we still have this ego that has us in shackles. But we have to learn to love this ego. We have to learn to love all parts of ourselves, to accept ourselves in order to look at ourselves critically and make better choices in our lives, because we live in a very materialistic world that is demanding of us, and that really doesn't do any good for us when it comes to our ego, because it really brings that ego out, right? With all this competition, with all these money things, taxes, politics, all that sort of stuff, right? So Sag, you're beautiful, you are caring in your own way. Find that way and care for the people that you want to teach, because you are a traveler. Thank you so much for watching here today. I think I've said enough about Sag. If I've forgotten anything, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. So if you resonate with this, give it a like. Let me know that you enjoy these videos. I'm not very regular on here because I've got another channel called Healing Chase, as I said earlier. Check it out. And also I have a page on Instagram where I teach self-awareness and consciousness and having the success that we deserve through that balance that we find within ourselves. So thank you again so much for being here today. I really, really appreciate you, and I hope you become a subscriber, and I'll see you soon. Mwah! Love and light. Love you, Sag. Bye-bye. We keep climbing these evolution. We keep climbing this evil evolutional, evolution. These steps of evolution.